Yes. Hello. Today we're just gonna discuss a little bit about Christmas, and we're gonna focus mainly on Christmas celebration. We receive different questions about Christmas. Watch this episode before you actually celebrate Christmas. This will be the title of this episode. In this episode, I wanna draw some understanding about the reason behind Christmas, because I don't feel that the way many people celebrate Christmas go with the meaning of the actual Christmas. But before we do that, let me say welcome to Andunda Tree. My name is Balozi Ezrak, and I'm always happy when people are following Andunda Tree. We're a platform that discuss what connects and disconnects us, right? The things that connect us are almost the same thing that disconnect us. And we try to understand the things behind the scene, particularly things that you don't hear people say. This is the idea of Andunda Tree. We use common sense in order to understand what goes on behind the scene, because I feel like there's a lack of sense in many people today. I don't want to make this episode long like the other episode, and this is the reason why I'm going straight away to the point. Today I'm going to ask a few questions, because I feel questions sometimes bring understanding more than answers. The idea of Andunda Tree is to always question everything. Don't just grab things just because these people are doing this and you start doing it as well. It doesn't matter who and where something is done. You have to understand why you're doing this, why some people do this, right? And the question is, why do we celebrate Christmas? On top of that question, there is another question. Does everybody celebrate Christmas almost the same way? If not, why people celebrate Christmas differently? These are some of the questions that we need to understand, because this is one particular event, right? Let's understand Christmas. In Christmas, there is a name, Christ, right? It means that Christmas is a celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. And when Jesus Christ was born, as you perhaps already know, there were people who went to see the child of God. And these first people who went to see the child took with them some present. Just as you see in many traditions around the world, if one of your relatives gave birth to a child, then when you visit this baby, you will take something with you, right? And there are two things. First of all, there is a birthday of somebody that most of us often present a present, but then there is present. So you have a gift and the actual event. These are completely two different things. But the most important thing here is the reason why we are celebrating. And this is the main purpose of this episode. And for those who celebrate Christmas, there is a faith here. There's something to do with religion. Christmas is celebrated in almost every country. And the reason for this is because there are Christians in almost every country in the world today. In this sense, we are celebrating Christmas because we are remembering the day that Jesus Christ was born. This is the main meaning behind Christmas Day. My question is, when you celebrate Christmas, why do you celebrate it? Are you a Christian? I'm not saying do you go to church. I said, are you a Christian? Remember, I'm not here to talk about religion. I'm not here to talk about your faith. I'm not here to talk about how many days you go to church, you believe in God, or whatever, this or that. We are talking about Christmas. But Christmas is a celebration of Jesus Christ. And those who celebrate it are those who believe that, first of all, there was an existence of somebody called Jesus Christ. And that Jesus Christ was born on a particular date. Forget about the exact date. That's not the debate I'm having here, because I know how everybody often wonder, oh, Jesus Christ was not born on the 25th of December. We know nobody knows perhaps the exact date Jesus Christ was born. And that doesn't mean if people don't know the exact date, they cannot celebrate that person. There are many people around the world who don't know their birthdays. So there has to be a date. It doesn't matter how that came about. So you cannot sit there and say that you are not going to celebrate Christmas because Jesus Christ was not born on the 25th of December. Jesus Christ is important to the entire world. And in order for people to celebrate him, they have to figure out a particular date. It could be the 25th of December, 21st of January, it could be the 2nd or whatever. Just like many norms and agreements that we have today in the world. Somebody somewhere thought about how you live your life today. And that person talked to other people. They came together and pushed for that. Today is like a norm in your life. So that's not a debate. But the conversation is that in order to celebrate Christmas, you have first to understand that Christmas is about Jesus Christ, the Son of God. For those who believe, I'm not telling you to believe. It's not by force, right? I'm not here to preach. You can believe or you don't have to believe. But that's where I'm coming from. It is a celebration about the birth of Jesus Christ. It means that first of all, you have to acknowledge that there is somebody who was called or who is called Jesus Christ. Do you believe that? That is my question. If you don't believe that, why do you celebrate Christmas? If you don't believe that there is an existence of Jesus Christ, who is known as the Son of God, because the Christians who celebrate it, this is the reason behind their celebration. This is the purpose of this celebration. So if you don't believe that there is somebody who is called Jesus Christ, who was the Son or who is the Son of God, because for believers believe that he's still existing and is listening to what I'm saying. So do you believe in Jesus Christ? If you don't believe in Jesus Christ, his existence, why do you celebrate Christmas? Why would you celebrate a day or a date about somebody you don't even believe existed? That person did what people say. Hello? Why? So in this sense, let's pretend that you who is listening to me, you celebrate Christmas because you believe in Jesus Christ. Okay? If you celebrate Christmas Day because you believe in Jesus Christ, that's great, right? We'll put you aside. Let's focus on the other group that celebrates Christmas differently. Because for many, Christmas Day has tended to be a day to gather with the families, to exchange gifts. My question is, where does the family come in? Where is the relationship between the coming together of families and the celebration of Jesus Christ? Is there anywhere in the Bible that says after Jesus Christ was born, families reunite, everybody came from one place to the other and met with their families? Or there were people who went where the Son of God was born. But you are not going there. You are going to your family. You are going to your cousin. Where did that come from? What relationship does your family, your cousins, your friends, when you go out to have a beer to celebrate Christmas? When you buy a big chicken to celebrate, what is the relationship with what we just said? Earlier, I mentioned that those who first went to see where Jesus Christ was born, according to the Bible, they took some gift with them. They went to offer the family. But you are not taking the gift to the church. You are not taking the gift to anything to do with God or to do with Jesus Christ. You are taking this gift to your brothers and sisters, your cousin, right? Your colleagues at work. And the most saddest thing is that when some people celebrate this day, they have no connection. They don't do anything to do with Jesus Christ, to do with God, to do with faith, to do with believing. You imagine that you are celebrating your cousin's birthday, and on that day, you do nothing to do with that cousin. Or let's say you are remembering the day that your uncle died. On that date, you often gather as a family. What do you do? When you try to remember your cousin, your uncle, a member of family, or a friend who died, you remember that person accordingly to that person. It means that you do things that has a relationship with that person who passed away or who died long ago. People might sing songs that person used to sing. You might go to a place where that person used to love going, right? You may show a video of the person who died. You do something to do with that person. Whether this is a birthday, whether this is a remembrance day, or a day to remember a loved one who left us a long time ago. But when it comes to Christmas Day, for many, as I said, it has become like a day to blast the money. It has become a commercial day for businesses to actually sell their product. Is this their fault? I know many people blame companies, people who sell things. Are they the only people to blame? You, as a person who buy these products, I believe you buy them because of the pressure that you must give people around you some gift. The sad thing is that sometimes even when you don't have anything or you don't feel giving anything, people will offer you things. And from that moment, you feel guilty to also do whatever it takes to actually get something, to find the little money that you were hiding under your pillow, just to make sure that you buy something for somebody. There are people who save money from January to December just to spend all that money one day. By the time you hit the 1st, the 2nd of January, wow, this person or this family have no idea what they're gonna eat the next day. Start struggling to pay rent, bills. This is, excuse my language, the high level of stupidity of a human being. Save money for almost a year just to buy many gifts for one particular day, and then 2-3 days later you are struggling. Or before you know, you start blaming the government. This government doesn't do this, this government doesn't do that, this government blah blah, this government blah blah blah. Or you blaming those who you gave a gift. You don't even know why you're celebrating. The day itself, it has nothing to do with a gift. There's nowhere in the Bible that says when you celebrate Christmas, you should buy a gift for everybody you know. Like I said, I'm not here to preach. Don't start reading the chapters of the Bible for me. But if you can read them. That would be good, because that will be a good start. We are at Nandunda Tree, and here we discuss common sense, right? I'm not saying that you should not celebrate Christmas. But the point I'm trying to make is, before you do something, you have to understand the meaning behind what you are doing or what you get in yourself into. In this sense, my suggestion is that it is wonderful to see almost the entire world celebrate Christmas. But it will be much wonderful if people can celebrate this day accordingly to what it is or it's supposed to be, meaning that celebrate Christmas for Jesus Christ by understanding what the Bible says about Jesus Christ. This is not just about those who buy. I mentioned you also have people who sell products. People will wait until Christmas Day to sell many products. Why are you using this day as a day to make money? Is this what this day is about? For you to make money in the name of Jesus Christ? Many people have made money in the name of Jesus Christ. They have used this name to make money. Is that correct? Because you too, as you make money, question these things. And I know many of you don't give a damn, because the most important thing to you is about making money as a business, as somebody who loves money. But if you are genuine, you are a correct person, you can also question this. Yeah? Maybe you may also have to sell a product in the way that connects with Jesus Christ. Pass the message so that everybody who buy your product understand why they are celebrating this day. Or maybe on a Christmas day, offer things to those who are struggling, or offer things to the churches of God. Donate. But don't just donate to show off that you have done this. I go in many shops, many businesses, where I see the pockets of charities where people drop money. How many businesses do you think have this, where people can drop the little coins to support a church? For many, this is something that you can't even mention. Faith or religion is something that many businesses don't want to associate with. Yet, you are making millions in the name of Jesus Christ. Here you are, you don't want anything to do with religion. You don't want anything to do with Jesus Christ. You don't want anything to do with God. And you even say it louder, how much you don't believe in these things. And you don't believe in these things, yet you prepare the entire year to make billions, millions, thousands of money because of this day. Why you can't take that little money bucket and put in your business so that people can drop some coins in there and take that to a particular church that is struggling with the funding? you contribute to the church at least. You might not believe in God, but at least you will contribute to his work by giving something to those who spread his message. So think about this businessman, businesswoman, as you make money on a Christmas days. When you don't believe in God, Christmas, as I already mentioned, I will say, particularly in the Western society, is more like a commercial day. Commercial days, we put it days because people do the shopping for few months. It has become a day you have not seen your cousin that you avoid seeing for years, for months. This is the opportunity to see them. Why can you not see them on the 1st of January? Why can your family not gather in September? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. And on this particular day, not only that people suffer for not having any money or spending all the money and then struggle later, but there are also those who go through very hard time during Christmas because they don't have families. They don't have people to be with. They don't have the money to spend so that they can offer other people something. You see how you have played the day of Jesus Christ and make it your own way. I think Christians should demand this day to be celebrated in the way that I just explained, accordingly to the Bible. I'll be very pleased if on that day you found somebody who you don't know perhaps. Share a little word with this person. Do you remember today is Christmas? What do you know about today? Oh, today is Christmas. Okay. Do you believe in Jesus Christ? Do you believe that the Son of God was born somewhere around the world? This is the reason why we are gathering. What about when you gather with your family? Take a little projector, take a TV, put a film about Jesus Christ, and before you toast it, just like you would toast it for the other birthdays, the balloons, because I know you don't do all these things, but Jesus Christ deserves more than this. If you believe about what he has done for the world, many don't even mention the name Jesus Christ. Maybe as you sit at the table on Christmas Eve, have a conversation about Jesus Christ. Share your faith. I don't expect you to be going to church most of the time. I don't expect you to be a proper believer. But what I'm saying is, just like the way you celebrate other people's birthdays, you celebrate their joy, the way they would love it to be celebrated. You don't just celebrate other people's birthdays the way you want. Or if you're remembering somebody who has passed away, you have to remember the person in a way that connect with them. So my point is that I would love to see everybody celebrate Christmas. I don't mind if you want to buy a gift or not, but it shouldn't be a must because the birth of Jesus Christ has nothing to do with a gift, right? Yes, there were gifts that were shared, and it's not bad if you feel on that particular day is a day where you have to do good, to share something with somebody, to do a wonderful gesture. You can do all that, but the most important thing, you have to know why you are celebrating that day, why you are celebrating Christmas, and encourage each other to believe in Jesus Christ. That would be another wonderful thing. Don't know, as you're listening to this, whether you are at the table, you don't have to read the Bible. It will be wonderful if you can read the Bible on that day. It's only one day for a few minutes. As I said, you can put a film of Jesus Christ, somewhere when you watch it to remind you it's a film. You can put a podcast as this that is actually reminding you the purpose of this day. And if you are listening to me while you are celebrating Christmas Day, that is wonderful. I appreciate that. Because at least those who don't believe, those who have no idea about this day, who takes it differently, maybe what I just said, we put something in their head, in their thought. And by the time they finish listening to this episode of Andunda Tree podcast, who knows, they will try to understand Jesus Christ more than they already do. So this is what I wanted to share with you today, to understand the reason why you are celebrating Christmas, which I said Christmas is about Jesus Christ, remembering the day that Jesus Christ was born. Among people who went to see the parent of Jesus Christ took some gift with them. That doesn't mean that a day that Jesus Christ was born becomes a day to exchange gift, right? A day to gather with families you have not seen for 2 years, for 3 years, for a month or whatever. You have to go hungry just to save the money to spend on or just before Christmas Day, or for you to buy gift to give the relatives. to give other people around you. That is not the purpose of Christmas. It is about the birthday of Jesus Christ. And of course, in order to remember somebody, you have to believe that person existed. If you don't, this may be the moment to educate yourself about this man. And perhaps you don't believe he was a man. That's okay. This is a good opportunity for you to do a little research, to understand more about this person, what is required to those who believe in Jesus Christ. So before you pop to the shop to buy a gift, before you go out with friends, before you do anything else to do with Christmas, just remember this. That's it. Just remember what is the day about. In some part of the world, on this day, people go to church. On Christmas Eve, people spend all night at the church, worshiping until the next day. After that, they go and do other things to celebrate, and you can see that carries the meaning of this day. If the entire world can do this, this would be wonderful. Otherwise, for Christian, it's like an insult. For those who believe in Jesus Christ, it is like an insult. For Jesus Christ himself, is like a huge insult. It's sad. You imagine on the day that you remember your cousin, your uncle, your sister who passed away years ago. This cousin of yours used to hate music or used to hate drinking alcohol. But on that day that you remember him, you go to the bar, you go to the club, gather everybody. Let's drink to remember my uncle. Let's gather to remember my cousin. Wherever he is, whether his spirit is still someone, what do you think you feel about this? Or how will you feel if somebody celebrates one of your loved ones the opposite way to how he would love to be remembered? And this is how we want people to always ask themselves. Common sense about understanding what it is. Question things. Don't just follow the crowd. There you are. You continue to go. And if you don't want to have anything to do with Jesus Christ, my friend, you should just abandon this idea of Christmas or Christmas celebration. But because I'm myself a believer, perhaps not to a level some of you are, it will be wonderful to continue seeing you celebrate Christmas. But as you celebrate it, just remember the things I said. Why you celebrating it? Celebrate his life accordingly to how he lived his life, to his will, how he would love you to celebrate it, which is sharing his word, believing in him, do good or do accordingly to his preaching or what he requests us to do. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope next time you celebrate Christmas, you will continue to remember what I just said. Merry Xmas, because this episode was not recorded on a Christmas day. And if you are following this episode on a Christmas days, then I want to say Merry Christmas to you. May God bless you. May you continue to celebrate Christmas Day with Jesus Christ in your heart. Please follow us on social networks. We have Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Just type Andunda Tree. You might find our website, which by the time I'm doing this episode, we're still working on it, which is andundatree.com. Or just type it www.andundatree.com. It would also be nice to see you subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is also Andunda Tree. Thank you so much. God bless you. Until next time, one love.